Hello everybody, welcome back. My name's Maurya, and today we're going to be checking out a new game called Civilization VII. Now, I just want to let you guys know straight from the get-go, I have very little experience in Civilization games. I've watched people play them on YouTube quite a bit, but Civ 6 was my first Civilization game, and I've only put a handful of hours into that just because I had a PC that was naff and couldn't really run it very well. So this series that I'm going to do on Civ 7 is basically aimed at people who want to have a good time, obviously, but people that aren't looking for the highest level of gameplay and are sort of looking for that learning experience and experiencing the game with fresh eyes and maybe doing some fun shit along the way. But yeah, should we just get into it? We'll go for Ashoka, world renouncer. He gets +1 food in cities for every 5 excess happiness, 10% food in all settlements during a celebration. All buildings gain +1 happiness adjacency for all improvements. Age unlocks Chola. I don't know how the hell you pronounce that. In the exploration age. Next level unlock the chakra. So these will be the mementos unlocked at foundation level 2. +1 food in the capital for every 5 excess happiness. Okay. Yes, lad. We are starting in the antiquity age. Where do you pick your civ? Here we go. So, Axum is the first choice, and they have 2 gold on resources, 30% production towards constructing the Great Stele? I'm not sure. They got the Dow, 4 combat strength on coast, has 1 charge. To create a naval trade route. Tanqua, Axum unique trade ship, cannot be pillaged, 10 trade route range. So this is all about gold. We're just going to quickly cycle through. So the question is, do we want to really go into food and happiness, or do we want to like shore up our shortcomings with something else? I think we probably want to go hard, basically. The Han, the capital and new towns gain additional population with their first growth event. 30% production towards constructing the VII Palace. What are these ones? District on rivers do not remove the natural yield of the tile. 30% production towards Angkor Wat. The Khmer unique cavalry unit is, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Higher combat strength but slower movement, immune to flood damage, ignores zone of control. Vaisha, Khmer unique merchant, civilian who can establish a trade route to import resources from a foreign settlement, immune to flood damage, ignores movement penalties from wet terrain. Okay. And the Barre, +3 food, +1 food on all floodplains in the settlement. Khmer unique improvement, ageless, does not remove warehouse bonuses on a tile. Must be placed on flat terrain. This is the historic choice. You can choose an additional pantheon after unlocking mysticism. 30% production towards constructing Sancha Stupa. Maurya unique cavalry unit, the Purabetara. +5 combat strength against fortified districts. Ignores zone of control. Maurya unique settler, the Nagaraki, civilian unit capable of founding new towns. Interesting new settler. Adds 2 happiness in city halls. The Mather, the Mauryan unique quarter, created by constructing the Dharamshala and Vihara in the same district. Plus 10 happiness in this settlement. The Dharamshala, plus 3 happiness, plus 1 science adjacency for quarters and wonders. Mauryan unique happiness building, ageless. And then the Vihara, plus 3 happiness, plus 1 culture adjacency for mountains and wonders. Mauryan unique happiness building, ageless. So we want both of these to be in the same district. That means we want the district to be adjacent to quarters, wonders, and mountains to get maximum adjacency. I think we'll go with this since it's the historic choice. It seems right. Governor, Viceroy. Let's do Viceroy. Map types, continents plus, continents, archipelago. I wish it gave you more, like, of an idea of what you're going to get with these. Like, terra incognita, what the hell does that mean? Archipelago, continents. Let's just stick to continents plus, and we'll do standard size, standard game speed. Do we want to do any advanced options? I don't think so, but if anyone wants to play along, there's the game seed and map seed. I'll put it in the description below in case you just want to copy and paste it. Probably the best or the easiest option than just typing it all out there. But yeah, let's get stuck in.
The path to glory requires the guidance of a steady hand. Can Maurya, hardy as the Himalayas, become the stewards of the world?
Lovely little bit of a voiceover there from Gwendolyn Christie. Great choice. Alright, let's get into it. I might turn the game down just a slight bit when we get in there. Welcome to Civ 7. Lead your people to greatness. Before you embark on your journey to create an empire that stands the test of time, take a look at some of the fundamental concepts of the latest installment in this series. Once you begin the game, you will see tutorials that will teach you how to play, and expert advisors who will guide your decisions. The Civilopedia will also be available at any time, where you can refer to any of the game's concepts or learn the history behind them. History is built in layers. The game of Civilization 7 consists of multiple ages. Every turn brings you a step closer to the next age. Some important events are a leap forward. Each age presents its own unique gameplay, new challenges, and an opportunity to change your strategy. Your leader remains the same, but at the end of every age you will choose a new civilization with a different set of abilities and units at your disposal. The legacy you create with each civilization will carry into subsequent ages. Legacy paths and victories. Create a history. Legacy paths are the primary means by which you can create continuity from one age to the next. Every age presents 4 such paths: economic, cultural, scientific, and materialistic. Whether you focus solely on one path or diversify your efforts, the progress you make will grant you unique and powerful abilities in the next age. In the final age, once you complete a legacy path, you will have the opportunity to perform one more decisive feat to seal your victory. Challenges and opportunities. Changes on the horizon. Every game of Civ 7 is its own journey, as you will see from the following tutorials and advisor messages. There are countless ways to build an empire that stands the test of time. To make the most of your journey, try to remain open to these ideas and be willing to adapt when necessarily. Good luck. Remember, you can always open the Civilopedia for more information, and you can revisit this guide at any time via the pause menu. Oh, I've got to say, it's a beautiful looking game, isn't it? The dawn of civilization. Here your journey begins. Raise an empire from humble beginnings to greatness and write your own version of history. A new home. Greetings, Ashoka, world renouncer. With a new vision come the Mauryan people, ready to put down roots in these fertile lands. Your founder has the ability to establish your first settlement. Select them now. Your first city, your first settlement is sure to thrive near sources of water and abundant resources. This location is well suited to your needs. Order your founder to establish your capital city. Click the Found Settlement action button located in the unit panel below. We got culture on tiles around us. Ooh, that's quite spicy. Beginnings. Behold, Pataliputra, the cultural center of the Mauryan people. The city and all future settlements provide your civilization with specific yields. Food, feed your people and grow your populace. We're going to be needing a lot of that. Production to construct special buildings and train units. Science to propel your people into the future and progress to greater things. Production. A settlement generates an amount of production every game turn. This production can be used for many things, like constructing important new buildings or training powerful military units. A city should always be producing something. Choose production to begin. The city's production panel contains the projects it can currently begin. Currently, you have the option of producing 2 different types of units. The Scout unit can navigate difficult terrain to explore the world, revealing it quickly. The Warrior is a military unit that can attack hostile enemies or defend your city from invasion. Select one to begin training. I think you always open with a Scout, right? Excellent. Training will begin at once. In Civilization, players take turns to make their decisions before advancing. Since there is nothing else to address at this time, click Next Turn. The world. While the lands surrounding your city are visible, the rest of the world remains unrevealed. This is represented by the patterned tiles near the edge of your world view. Exploring the lands beyond is key to your civilization's survival and prosperity. Exploration. When a unit moves towards the extent of its vision, the land beyond reveals themselves. Your recently trained scout stands ready to explore the world. A light blue outline represents the extents it can move in a single turn. Right-click a destination tile to move your scout towards an unrevealed part of the map. First of all, actually, let's see what resources we've got. We got some gypsum that gives production there. +2 production to the capital and +4 production to any other city. Okay, so you want that out of your capital then. Interesting. Silver, 20% gold towards purchasing units. That seems real good. And iron, infantry units gain +1 combat strength. If we're going to build in this direction, does that mean we want to scout in that direction? I tell you what, yeah, let's go scout. A unit's movement speed is the maximum number of tiles it can travel in a turn. Most units have a movement speed of 2, but some can move farther. Keep in mind that certain map features like rough terrain or water can consume a unit's remaining moves, ending its movement turn. Technology. New technologies emerge when people put their minds to solving great problems. Whichever tech you pursue next will determine the tools you have at your disposal to build your civilization. What path will you choose first? Let's choose some technologies. Right. Choose a technology. What technologies you research will determine the tools you have at our disposal, like buildings and military units, as well as the ability to construct incredible wonders of the world. Hovering your mouse cursor on a technology will show you a detailed description of what it unlocks. Once you've decided what to begin, click on the technology and begin researching. Let's just view this tech tree. Future tech, mathematics is the highest. So our tech tree, I believe, changes every single age. We've got agriculture. Probably don't want sailing because we don't. That's coastal. We do have fishing range, but animal husbandry. We got a lot of woods nearby. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4 woods. Is that woods? No, that's tundra. Mountainous tundra. I don't know if these are... I presume these are counted as woods. They are tundra tiles. So we get +1 production on camps and woodcutters. Get a slinger. +1 food on pastures. Leave wool you create a pasture on. Pottery. Brickyards for production. +1 food on plantations and +1 production on clay pits. We do have quite a lot of mineable resources to our right, but the question is, do we want to go for the production and happiness straight away and ignore these, since we are built around, well, our character wants to, Ashoka is +1 food to all cities for every 5 excess happiness, and 10% food in all settlements during a celebration. All buildings gain +1 happiness adjacency for all improvements. We get the same amount of happiness by putting a district down there and mining these two. I think we go for the wool, because it's the same amount of production and the same amount of happiness. Yeah, so let's do animal husbandry here. Research takes time to complete. That amount of time is equal to the science required by divided by your civilization. The science your civilization generates per turn. Get a bit of a tongue twister there. Animal husbandry has a science cost of 77. Since we currently generate 10 science per turn, we can expect research to complete in 7 turns. Increasing your science per turn allows you to research new techs faster. Getting ahead of competition is a wise strategy for success. I think we want another scout. Oh, it's 6 turn scout. Yeah. The technology tree is a comprehensive view of all the technologies available through the entire age. The paths connecting each technology indicate the prerequisites required in order to research future techs. Use the tree as a guide to find the quickest path to specific tech or tech mastery. Thanks to the amount of food your city has generated, it has grown in population. Select Grow City. When a city grows, it can expand to an adjacent tile, gaining the yields it offers. When your settlement people move to this tile, they'll create an improvement. Rural structures for them to work and live in. Tiles with high yields and tiles containing resources are an obvious choice, but specific yield type may better suit your strategy. Choose where you would like to expand first. I think we want to head towards the wool. So, as much as I'd love this extra culture, I think we got to go food production happiness. There we go. Can you do your lookout? All right. We got some more resources. Some hides that give +3 production, and jade that gives +15% gold. Banned units. Can we move one and then search? Ooh, what have we found up here? Exploration has revealed a coastal edifice, one of many discoveries that can be found in the world. Closer inspection grants a hidden benefit or opportunity. Try moving one of your units there to see what it provides. Okay, we're going to be doing that at some point, but not right now. We may want to settle a city over here. Hey, we are back, and we have the tile yields on. Beautiful. I think we want to move down here and see what... Ooh, there's something over there. Let's get you moving and a shaking. Now, can we just get that straight away? We can. Artisans have set up a commune along a busy road. Some wield hammers, others brushes. Trades passed on to them, which they will pass on in turn. We can hire the artisans. 10 production and 50 happiness towards the next celebration. Or plus 45 culture. 45 culture seems like a lot. Let's take that. And we can grow our city out to the pasture. Recent expansion has allowed you to improve a wool resource. Resources grant bonuses or abilities to the city that holds the resource or to your entire civilization. Wool has this effect. +2 production, +2 happiness. This is a bonus resource, so it can be assigned to any settlement. Remember, buildings cannot be placed atop resources, so growing atop them is always a great idea. Now, how do we see what resources? New resource allocation. Here we go. Resource screen. The resource screen is where you view and manage the resources you've acquired via improvements and trade routes. The top are your empire resources, which affect your entire civilization. On the left are your unassigned city and bonus resources. On the right are your settlements and resources assigned to them. To assign a resource, select one from the left, then select an empty slot in the desired settlements. City resources can only be assigned to cities, but bonus resources can be assigned to either towns or cities. Sweet. So we've got 4 slots for resources there. Cool. And we're going to be getting a scout very, very soon. I see 2 little goody huts over there. So let's move this scout over in that direction. Let's see. Choose a civic. Each civic unlocks new social policies as well as unique effects that benefit your civilization. Once you've decided what to study first, click the civic to begin. So we can either just do generic antiquity civics, or we can do Mauryan civics, which they give us. Oh my god, it's 16 turns for that. These are 14 turns. +1 scout movement and sight on that discipline is rather spicy though. Altar gives happiness and gold. These I don't think are useful to us right now, since we have no wonders and we have, what is it, no happiness buildings. +1 science for each adjacent wonder and +1 culture for each. The culture one's way better. +1 culture for each adjacent mountainous terrain and each adjacent wonder. Okay, yeah, so I think we go. Do we want to scout more with discipline? We get army commanders then. Land support units capable of assembling and commanding a collection of land military units as an army. Or do we want to go for mysticism, for happiness? Let's go mysticism first. Do you know what? Actually, no, I've changed my mind. Let's get the scout movement and a free army commander. Let's get a warrior. Choose a government. You'll need to establish a government before you can enact social policies. Each form of government has its own unique effects. Choose your government now. 20% culture for 10 turns, 15% production towards constructing wonders. Do we want to construct wonders? Probably not. Despotism, 20% science for 10 turns. I mean, we do want to construct wonders, but I don't know if we've got the production to do that this early on. Despotism, 20% science and 30% production towards training infantry units. Oligarchy with the 20% food and production towards constructing buildings. I think we go for classical republic. Let's get that culture. We want to get mysticism reasonably fast. +2 culture on the palace or 1 production science on the palace. Under your new government, you may enact a social policy. Complete civics throughout the age to earn more policies to enact. Yeah, let's do culture. Swapping policies. You can adapt your civilizations by swapping social policies. If you want to swap policy, you will need to research a civic. Can you move all the way this way? You can. Can't move any further though. Soon. I'm going to try and move him up here actually. And we're going to do a big old search up here. Next turn.
The caged bird watches butterflies with envy.
She's still pretty loud. We get the saw pit. +1 production on base yield and +1 production on camps and woodcutters. It's an ageless building. We get a slinger, tier 1 antiquity range unit, stronger on attack than defense. And +1 production on camps and food on pastures. Building your legacy. Civilizations are remembered for their accomplishments and paths they take through history. Some spread their accomplishments across a wide range, while others are devoted to a single cause. Your advisors at your service to guide you on the path of your choice. Like any great leader, you may change your mind at any time. Now choose where to focus the efforts of the Mauryan people. I don't know which to pick. we sort of doing happiness and growth. So is that culture? Maybe we go culture here. Become the envy of all other cultures by building great wonders of the world. Your cultural advisor is here to guide you in this path as you wish. Note that you can change paths at any time. Objective, build a wonder. The first step towards establishing a wonder of the ancient world, cultural legacy of the antiquity age. You'll be able to unlock wonders via the civic and tech trees. Remember, legacies improve your performance in later ages, but you can choose to pursue one, multiple, or none at all. You can check your current track goals and objective at a glance. Check your overall legacy process as well as other legacy paths. It can be viewed in the Ages panel. Let's see. So, have 7 world wonders in your empire. What? That seems insane. 7 wonders. Objective, build a wonder. Yeah, we read this. That gets us... I think that gets us up to here, building one wonder, which gives us a cultural legacy point and a diplomatic attribute point, which we'll figure out what the heck they are when we get to it. Military requires 12 towns or cities in your empire. Conquered settlements count as 2. Great Library requires us to display 10 codices in our empire. Research writing. And Silk Roads assign 20 resources to your settlements. And their first objective is to study the Code of Laws Civic as soon as possible to unlock the merchant. I think we probably want to go to pottery next. Is there a wonder here? There's a monument, there's pyramids. Hanging gardens is a wonder there. Do we want to do pottery though? We can go straight into masonry for walls and a monument. I think we probably want to go pottery and then irrigation next. So we can get the garden for a lot of food and a settlement limit. Yeah. Alright. We can move this guy 1 space and then do search. Independent villages. You have discovered a village called Wurieseong, which appears to be friendly. The village could potentially be a strong ally with the right amount of persuasion, but it could also prove a threat to your village. Independent villages can have different attitudes towards others, friendly, neutral, or hostile. Once you've found a village, you can use influence to begin diplomatic actions, such as befriend independent, to improve your relationship with it. So, is it here? Is that where the village is? And we absolutely... Can we... don't know if we can go down there. Let's pick this up. A party of noblemen has had a successful hunt. They instruct their servants to leave what they cannot carry, but there's no shortage of hungry mouths back home. Plus 20 food and plus 50 gold to Palatronum, or 75 happiness towards the next celebration. Let's just have a reminder. We get 10% food in all settlements during a celebration. How much food does our city need to grow? It grows in 2 turns. 8 happiness per turn. 45 food needed to grow the population. And we get 20 there. And it has... Is that the total food? 9.5 there? It currently has 9.5 food. That doesn't feel right. I think we'll get, we'll grow if we do this. So, I do like celebrations, but now we'll take the excess game. And we did grow. And now, I want to grow us towards these 2 resources here. So, I'm going to build out on that. Improvements. When you direct your people to live in a rural tile, they create a structure to work the land called an improvement. Some policies, unique abilities, and even buildings can further improve yields. We also kind of want a wonder over here. Can you remove improvements? I don't know if you can. Because these are mountains, right? Yeah. And our unique building, when we get it, scales off mountains. A hunter has crafted an ingenious new portable trap. Techniques this elegant are sure to spread fast. 30 science and plus 20 food or 45 culture. Once again, I think we're going to go for the culture. That is a huge culture boost. Need 170 influence to befriend these dudes. Looking good. I think we want the granary now. Farms, pastures, and plantations. 7 turns, though. Yeah. When constructing a new building, you must choose a placement location. Buildings can be placed in an urban district with an empty slot, represented by the dark green colour, or you may annex a new urban district tile represented in light green colour. Yellow tiles contain existing raw population and their improvements. Placing a building on these tiles is possible, but will replace the improvement. Let's just put it in our capital. Why not? I think we just keep moving along now, don't we? Can we go there? Yeah, we can get it. An aging recluse has opened their homestead to orphans. He is ailing, but the children seem able to sustain the land. Plus 30 culture and 50 happiness towards the next celebration, or plus 15 production. Let's get more culture and happiness. So we probably want... Why do we want a town? Will we be cannibalizing our own town if we put something... Or city, sorry, if we put something over here? I don't know.
Do nothing which is
Civic
of
unlock,
no
discipline,
use.
plus 1 scout movement and sight. The Der Shuriken acts as a fortified district that must be conquered, plus 3 combat strength to fortified districts in all settlements. Army commander, and we gain a free army commander. Culture and palace. I think we go to science and production now. For the wonder. Let's head over to mysticism. What's this mastery? Gate of all nations, plus 2 support on all wars. 3 combat strength against independent powers. Yeah, I don't care about that. I'd actually love you to explore, like, further down this coastline. Foreign leaders. Ooh, we've met our first other civ. You have just met Confucius. A good diplomatic relationship with other leaders can yield powerful benefits for your civ, but they are also your main rivals in achieving victory. Before starting diplomatic relations with other leaders and their people, we should greet them. You can give a friendly, neutral, or hostile greeting. The choice is yours. If you come to me, Confuzi, seeking knowledge. Let's do a friendly greeting. Reveals the capital of either leader if nearby. Plus 20 relationship. What's he say? I just want to be chill, dude. Diplomacy. Here you can interact with another leader and see information about them, such as their civilization, agenda, your relationship with them, diplomatic actions you can start with them, and other information. To open this screen for a leader, simply select their leader portrait. A variety of sources can affect your relationship with another leader, including diplomatic actions, world events such as settling too close to their capital, and their unique agenda. A helpful relationship can lead to an alliance, and a hostile relationship is more likely to lead to war. Keep in mind that the other leader can also affect your relationship in the same way, so it is prudent to keep an eye on it from time to time. You can start a variety of diplomatic actions with another leader by spending influence. These actions have a variety of effects and generally last for a fixed period of time. They include endeavours, which are helpful to both of you and increase your relationship, sanctions, which are harmful to the other leader and decrease your relationship, or espionage actions, which are generally hidden from the other leader. All diplomatic actions except espionage and sanctions will require the other leader to give a response, which may have an influence cost. They include support, which is exclusive to endeavours and grant more powerful effects at the cost of influence, accept, which is the default free option, or reject, which cancels the action at the cost of some influence. Happiness per turn here. For 60 influence, or open borders. Let's try a local festival. Other leaders +2 receives +2 influence per turn. Supported, both leaders receive 3 happiness per turn in cities. Oh, nice. for 15 turns, we get more happiness. You're a commander, so you need to go out here, fella. Can we move these guys back? Just cancel that movement. I think we need to start looking at settling. There's some elephantes. What's this? It's just rice. It's bloody beautiful looking. Oh, let's zoom in. Oh, the models in this game are amazing. How do you suck up units? Fortify, assemble army. Amazing. So, we don't have anyone above us. These are the polar ice caps. Oh, and don't they look great? We're at the very north of the map, so we need to settle to the south of us. Probably towards resources. I reckon we go like here, maybe. Or here. Respond to diplomatic action. Confucius is inviting you to start a research collaboration, plus 6 science per turn for both leaders. It's going to cost all of my influence. Or plus 2 per turn, but Confucius receives plus 4 per turn. Let's do both. Why not? We'll be pally-pally. It bumps us up a lot to get in pottery as well. But we're moving over to this, and then we're going to pop our search to hopefully get all this area viewed. We got pottery. +1 production, base yield, and +1 production on clay pits, mines, and quarries. And food on plantations. Warehouse building. A granary has been built in Pataliputra. A granary is a special type of building called a warehouse, which grows more efficiently when its correlating improvements, such as farms or mines, are present in the settlement. And I think now we go for a settler. 6-turn settler. Grow city. Purchasing units. We're not really purchasing units. Let's keep heading in this direction. Get some gypsum. And then what tech do we want? We've got... Yeah, I don't really want sailing quite yet. Irrigation's probably where we want to go. Food. Settlement limit and hanging gardens. Yeah, honestly, I just want you to stay there and wait for... We found a natural wonder.
Screaming, I took them. From there, I fell back again.
Alright. This time, I promise, I will turn down Gwendolyn's lovely voice. Just a tad. Okay. Ooh, they're hostile. A hostile civ, the Gothic people. Okay, we ought to be careful of them. Let's do our search. Interesting that those mountains actually blocked our search. I kind of appreciate that. Can we move as well? No. And I want to go there. We definitely want to head for this. Oh, we got a celebration. 20% culture or 15% production towards constructing wonders. Well, we're going to be constructing wonders. Celebrations. Congratulations, because you have maintained your people's happiness well. They have decided to have a celebration in your honor. Celebration's a period of time when your people are more productive, and it's up to you where they direct this new energy. Keep an eye on the duration, as celebrations do not last forever. 10 turns. And we get a social policy slot. Do we want more culture to get mysticism quicker? Or scout movement and sight? Let's do scout movement and sight for now. That has showed us a whole massive area. I think we want to move and settle in this direction, because that's where Confucius came from. So we sort of want to be more aware, let's say. Your new Nagarika is ready to expand the reach of the Mauryan civilization with a new settlement, as we first look for fertile land with good yields and close access to water. This is probably going to be where we want to go. We head in this direction. We've got a few resources around us. Now, I don't know. Do you think the brickyard is going to give... Wait, let's see. How much production is this? 275 production. And this is 55. This is giving 3 per turn. 4 turns. 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 production. It shaves about a turn off it. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. We'll put it right here. A city cannot be captured by an enemy as long as its walled fortifications still stand. Constructing them in your city centre is best, and building them in your other districts increase your security, as an invader will have to destroy all your fortified districts to capture the city. This guy's heading towards this goody hut, and this guy here. You need to head towards that. Travelling merchants have set up a fair at the crossroads. Visitors gawk at curios and take part in lively entertainment before returning to the road. 75 happiness towards the next celebration, or 45 culture. Let's get culture.
There is another world.
Unlocks mysticism for us.
But it is in this one.
2 gold in all settlements, the altar and founding pantheon. Yeah, I think we're fine here. The Chakravarti. The monk's sermon concludes, renounce violence, embrace loving kindness, and become the paragon of the world. Ashoka ponders as a king. He has the world already. What more would make him the wheel-turning monarch? So this is a mission. He will become the Devaraja, the god's avatar, train 3 warriors, +1 happiness in all settlements. He will become Boss of Vita, an enlightened one, found a settlement, +1 culture on altar in this settlement. Or he will become a person bored by such sermons. Happiness in all settlements is way better than 1 culture on altar in this settlement, but this is way easier to do. We're about to do it. I think we want to train 3 warriors. We're going to be aiming to do that anyway, to take these guys out. What civic do we want now? I think we can go for this, because we're going to be getting wonders, and we have mountains near us. Yeah. Choose a pantheon. +3 influence on the altar. The altar received +1 happiness adjacency for mountains and natural wonders. +1 culture on quarters in settlements with an altar. 5 healing for units in rural tiles. +1 food on farms, pastures and plantations in settlements with an altar. So that's a plantation, that's a plantation, that's a farm, that's a plantation, that's a plantation. Sorry, these are pastures, aren't they? Yeah, pastures. What else have we got? Gold on camps and woodcutters in settlements. 10% production towards constructing buildings. +1 production on fishing boats. 1 culture, food and gold, happiness and production and science on the altar. 15% production towards training military units. +1 science on quarters in settlements. Civilization already has monument to the gods. 10% production towards constructing wonders. 10% production towards training settlers. Altar received +1 happiness adjacency for coast lakes and navigable river tiles. Stone circles +1 production on clay pits, mines and quarries in settlements with an altar. I think we go for food here. Goddess of the harvest. Use 2 pantheon beliefs. Okay, we got Goddess of the Harvest then. And +1 happiness for adjacency for mountains and natural wonders. Yeah, let's get Earth Goddess. And confirm, just because we've got mountains here and over here. We got a few mountains that we can work with. Next turn, we'll be able to found a settlement. Actually, do we want it one-ups? Nah, we don't. Maybe we want it there. It's closer to more resources then. It's going to make
the essence of all
a little bit
beings is
scary.
The earth water, the water plants, plants man, and man speech.
We unlocked the garden that gives +3 food, +1 food for each adjacent coastal terrain, navigable river, and wonder. +1 settlement limit and hanging gardens. Plus we've done farms in the settlement, 10% growth rate in all cities. +1 expansionist attribute point. Happiness measures your people's satisfaction with you. Settlement sends you excess happiness. After enough excess happiness has been accrued, you will earn a celebration. Settlements with negative happiness will receive yield penalties. To earn happiness near fresh water, slot resources that grant happiness and construct happiness buildings and wonders. Poor settlement management and ongoing wars can reduce happiness in settlements. Don't fret, your advisors are here to monitor your happiness. Can we do anything else with this dude? No, we can't. And what about these people? They require 170 influence for them to be chill. I'm feeling a little bit scammed there. 170 influence, that's an insane amount. Let's go into writing now. This scout's surrounded by warriors. Hostile warriors. Yikes, dude. Or a beloved prophet has been exposed as a charlatan by followers who claim they were bled of their wealth. They don't care about money, they say only justice. We get 100 gold to bring the charlatan to justice, but take 75 damage. Okay, or leave justice to the gods for 50 happiness. Let's get 50 happiness. Ooh. Let's just settle there. Expansion. Your people have made a new home, providing you with your first town. Like a city, food from the settlement allows you to expand to nearby tiles. However, buildings and units in towns can only be purchased with gold. You can also spend gold to turn a town into a full-fledged city through the gold. Though the gold cost is greater, the more cities you have in your civilization decreases as your town grows. I think I'm going to spend all my money on a warrior straight away. Yeah. That seems wise to me. Oh my god, I'm a fool. Literally just bought a warrior when... Okay, that's something we need to learn. Don't do your purchasing until you've made sure none of your cities are growing or you've done everything else first. Just a little bit of a sequencing issue there. Let's get the silver. Gives 20% gold towards purchasing units. Grow this town. Out to the rice, absolutely. Resource assignment available. Why can't it go there? Because it's not a city. Got you. We're growing. We're trying to build a wonder. Diplomatic action. Oh, absolutely. +3 per turn in towns for both leaders, or +2 gold per turn, but Confucius receives 2 food. Let's support. Thank you, Connie. I will search here, though. Ooh, hello. There's so many independent people. I think we got... Oh, what happened? Another leader has started an endeavor with you. We got 2 turns left on the research collaboration. I think I want local festivities to get more happiness. Oh, yes, nice. Yeah, we're chilling. Confucius is a madman. He's great. You keep heading down there and pop a search. You have met a new civilization. I really hope that they tried, the devs for Axis tried to get sort of an Egyptian language specialist to replicate what, you know, old Egyptian, well, around the time when Hatshepsut was leader of the Egyptian people, get the language right that she was just speaking there. Do a friendly greeting. Oh, neutral greeting. Unfortunately, I don't have the influence. I spent it on our good mate Confucius. But it's fine. Hopefully she won't hate me too much. And we want to head over in this direction. Our scouts are getting dangerously close to enemies here. We're still waiting on that wonder being built. Oh, shit. Warriors saw our scouts. Town's growth and economy. The town of Ud and Gala has really begun to establish itself as a home for the Mauryan people. Towns are critical for your economy as their production is converted to gold. You can spend gold to upgrade a town to a city, though there are trade-offs. The upgrade cost decreases the more populous the town becomes, but as a city it won't bring in as much gold as before. We just declare war on these guys. So that's what I kind of want to do. Remember, as Padungala is a town, it will not be able to produce anything. Instead, its production is converted to gold. You'll have to convert Pungala to a city in order to produce. Well, what resources do we want? Probably want the iron. Do we want to head over to the cotton, though? That's going to take a lot more. Let's go over to this iron. Okay, just run away. The warriors, they're closing in. Trailing in technology. Rumors abound that the hand technology is decades ahead the rest of the world. If we are to remain relevant in the scientific community, we must find a way to increase our scientific output. We've nearly built the wonder. Looks like your relationship with Confucius has changed due to their agenda. Remember, you may not need to directly communicate with another leader for your relationship to strengthen or deteriorate. You can check their profile to view more information. Okay, let's see. Love a farmer's market. We do already have a farmer's market going and a local festival. Let's get this iron. Let's get a warrior. Why? Wake up. Suck them in. Can you not suck them in the turn that they have, the turn that they've spawned in? Metal transformed. A busy forge billows immense heat into the surrounding neighborhood. The confident, sweating blacksmith insists high heat transforms the very nature of iron itself. But a wary neighbor pleads, just dunk it in cold water, it'll harden faster. Research cast iron for 25 science, or exploring quenching techniques for 50 gold. Let's get the science. That gives us the writing.
All thought, but the written word commands it.
Research initiative. Continuously generate science equal to 25% of this city's production. Interesting. We can get the library now, which has +2 science base yield, and then +1 science feature adjacent resource and wonder. The border of Ashoka's realm spread across the land with sacred fire. +1 happiness in all settlements. We got 3 warriors, that's why. New pillars rise, inscribed with the Mauryan edicts and crowned with beautiful wooden animal carvings. Some artisans propose that stone would better weather the tests of time, but changing traditions is always controversial. Invest in pillars of stone for 25 science, or maintain the tradition of wood for 25 culture. I think we're a little bit behind on science. So let's get the science. And where do we want to pop that? Bronze working? What does the wheel get us? Happiness and influence with a villa. That's quite spicy. But we're going to have to get masonry first. +1 science on science buildings and gain a codex. Steel technological advancement. Let's just go for masonry. Open markets. No. We come out of that for now and get influence at all? Is there any way to buy influence? Don't think so. We're going to get +2 gold per turn. And we get this scout to live. I mean, look at the hell that it's in. Is that a volcano that's just gone off? I think we're going to go crack some heads. There we go. They're in now. Oh my god, he's still alive. No way. Scythia, protect me, please. I beg you. Oh, we got 4 turns left on the wonder. We get in there. Can we get the wonder, though?
Those who know true wisdom are one with thee.
That was definitely our scout. But which scout? We got the Dharamshala. +3 happiness, +1 science for each adjacent wonder. And Vihara, +3 happiness and +1 culture for each adjacent mountain terrain. You can now build the Vihara, a unique building. This building is unique to the Mauryan civilization and has special bonuses. You can unlock another unique building by continuing to study the Mauryan civic tree. Put both in the same district to create a unique quarter, unlock even more special bonuses. The Mauryan unique quarter, the math that grants the following effect on completion. Mauryan unique quarter created by constructing blah blah blah. 10% happiness in this settlement. We buy it. 300 it costs. Okay. Look at all this crap that we can get in our capital. Soon. And what do these do? Units adjacent to the Prabhabeta heal +5 HP per turn. And Shreni +1 gold for every 5 surplus happiness in cities. The UHAM infantry and cavalry units gain +3 combat strength when adjacent to each other. And +4 happiness on military buildings. Let's get mastery of discipline first. Just to get that combat strength on independent powers. Actually, how long do these take? 25 turns. Food, happiness and science on tropical terrain in this settlement. Don't have tropical terrain. I don't know if 10 turns is worth +2 food right now. But I think +3 combat strength against independent powers definitely is. So who died? This guy over here died. We've met someone else. Unless that's Egypt. No. It's Xerxes. Looking a lot less bald than I've seen him before. And a lot less rings as well. There is one head alone that sits at the centre of the world, and it is mine. Let's use 20 influence to check out each other's capitals. Do we want a farmer's market? You know what? No, we'll just chill for now. We got a celebration, production towards wonders. I think we go for culture now, since that is just basically, well, the wonder's nearly done in it. Happiness on science buildings. I don't think we actually have any science buildings yet. Let's go for culture on the palace. Let's bump up our culture a reasonable amount. And we just... These guys are aggressive towards us, aren't they? If we move up here. And then... Can we deploy? Not yet. Okay, that might be a bit spooky. Deploy.
From this day forward,
okay, we just instantly disperse them.
To raise or bring low, these shall be in your hand.
Wonderful, we built a wonder, and look at that animation. Isn't it beautiful? We are looking good. District fortifications. Newly finished fortifications have brought much needed protection to the city of Pataliputra. Sharukin increased the district's health by 100 and grants plus 15 to its defensive strength. Legacy Path, Wonders of the Ancient World. We have completed our first wonder. This will surely assist us in our efforts to create a lasting cultural impact. Of course, our people will want more wonders now. The Mauryan people will need to complete more wonders to complete this legacy path within the Antiquity Age. The next objective, construct a second wonder. Achieving the first milestone in the Wonders of the Ancient World legacy path. We just annihilated those guys. Strength is best measured by the skill of its use. Wisdom sharpens the power's blade. We get a militaristic attribute point. Our settlement of Pondagala stands unguarded. The forces of the Githyanadi approach, send military units to the urban centre immediately. Can we suck you all up? Army commander can be promoted. Your commander has access to many different promotions organised into several discipline trees. Each promotion unlocks a new ability or skill your commander can use on the battlefield. You can choose to diversify the skills of your commander units, or you can specialise by focusing on a specific discipline tree. Combat experience. Commander units earn experience when one of their nearby units engages in combat. After getting enough experience, you can choose powerful promotions that can enhance the combat effectiveness of nearby units or unlock new abilities. Cool. Are we going to be defending? Leader attributes. You've earned your first leader attribute point. These let you customize your leader to fit your playstyle. To choose your first attribute, click the attribute icon on your leader's portrait. Yeah, we've got that, I think. Units can move after unpacking from this commander. That seems pretty good. Or we've got +2 combat strength for land units when defending. +1 gold for each unit packed. 15% production towards training land units when stationed on a district. The commander has +1 movement while on land and ignores terrain movement restrictions when packed. Or +5% to all yields in a settlement when stationed on a district. Yeah, I think we go for the assault. That's going to take 1 turn. 2 science and 5 happiness there. Yeah. Let's get rid of whatever crap was on there. Ooh, we got an attribute point. Here we go. Legacy attributes you choose will apply for the remainder of the current age as well as all future ages that this leader participates in. Some points are for specific attributes, but wildcard points can be spent anywhere. Gain 1 free war support on all your wars, or +5 combat strength against independent powers and city-states. Let's get war support. I feel like war support's really good. War support, basically, if you have a negative war support, you get massive reductions in combat strength and happiness for your empire. So you take a huge hit to all those things every turn. It's quite brutal. But if you have positive war support, then your enemy, whoever your opponent is, will get all of those negatives rather than you. I would still like to head over to this iron. Let's get some wood there. As much as I'd love to do more treaties, we've just met someone new. So
Ako si Jose Rizal. Makata. Pintor. Revolucionario.
let's do a friendly greeting. Reveals the capital of either leader if nearby. And then we don't have enough influence for anything else right now. That volcano erupted. Independent power The Goths have been dispersed. Of course they have. Alright, everyone. I think that's going to be it for today's video. Yeah, I think leaving it on this beautiful wonder being built and completing some legacy path things seems like a good place to stop, because I have a feeling this age is going to last us quite a while. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked what you see, then don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know, all the usual jazz. And yeah, I will catch you in the next video. Ta-ta for now.